Hey guys, these are 11 tips that are forgotten and overlooked in Fortnite. Tip number 1. Lack of discipline with your keys. Don't shoot when not needed and think about your next move. Sometimes you press the wrong buttons in an intense fight, causing you to lose. Check your keybinds for a more optimal setup. This game is very fast paced and even milliseconds count. There are very few errors you can make, and by thinking your next move right before you do an edit, you can analyze if that edit will lead to a 50-50 or an easy elimination.
Look at this dude.
Tip 2. Playing too aggressive. Here's a scenario. You get a good shot on someone and they run away, then you chase, you play like crazy, he gets a shot on you, and now you're 50-50. Always try to stay away from a 50-50 even if they are weak, because your playstyle will change when you get overconfident. Also know some players play really good under pressure and some don't. The best option is to test the waters, check how your opponent reacts to you smacking their wall, but don't overcommit. Now this next one could be a little bit overlooked, but that is to play a variety of different games or game modes in Fortnite. Now this could be a little bit unpopular, however, by playing different shooter games, it can't just be any game obviously. You would have to pick up the games similar to Fortnite in terms of shooting, looting, and quick decision making. You can get accustomed to slow-paced and fast-paced playstyles, and can help on a losing streak in Fortnite. To not get stressed in any game, and by playing different game modes in Fortnite, you can quickly warm up or simply get better at any mechanic you are poor at in the game. Tip number 4. Make uncomfortable edits. Making these edits is not to show off what edits you can do in under a second, but it's more like a just in case type of trick. By making uncomfortable edits constantly, you start to adapt to those edits and they become natural. But do not fall under the trap of always doing those longer edits, because the game is very fast paced. For your convenience, making an easier edit will leave you better off most of the time. For my tip number 5, that's not being a jack of all trades, or in other words, not utilizing all the guns available in the game. This is for the people that always use only pumps and scars. By using more weapons in the game, you see what fits in your playstyle and what doesn't. You learn how to counter each weapon and how to master each weapon, and you learn when to use each weapon. Aside from all that, you get to keep the game fresh by using everything. If this video is helping and giving insight right now, consider giving it a like. The sky is not everyone's limit. Tip number 6. You don't always need high ground to win matches or a fight. Simply outplaying your opponent would be good enough. Surely a high ground retake is fancy, but by having different playstyles in Fortnite, you allow yourself to reduce unnecessary building and save mats. You reduce the risk of getting shot down as well. If the high ground is available in a fight, take it. But if it's too competitive, find another way to fight, or you will be shot down with your map out. Tip number 7. Be educated on your surroundings, meaning know the map layout. By understanding the map in any game, you have the advantage. You get to plan out your next few moves. Your decision making is a lot easier. If you're being a sweat, you get a better understanding of where enemies will be to get more limbs. This game has some luck to it by having chest spawn random guns, so by knowing the map layout, you increase your chances of finding better loot. This next tip is for people that play both Battle Royale and Creative. Playing Creative gives you a lot, which means everything is handed to you. So to counter it and bring some realistic scenarios, try using purple and blue rarity, mostly from your shotgun slot. To get familiar with different rarities, this also teaches you not to go into just any fight, but to plan it out more and approach it in some other way. Tip number 9. Learn by viewing others and adopt other people's playstyle. This tip is pretty common, however, people don't always use it. If they spectate the person who eliminated them, they can learn how to counter their counter. Also, you can take it a step further and view your death in replay mode and see why you died, and try not to make that same mistake. For tip number 10, do not be predictable. This is a big mistake any player can make of any skill level. It may sound easy to do, but a lot of times you subconsciously play the game out of reflex and repetition. Your opponent will notice you making the same moves over and over, and vice versa, but whoever makes a spontaneous play will catch the other guy off guard. Next tip, awareness in a fight. If you lose track of the guy you're fighting, don't just go running around. Instead, try finding your opponent by waiting for him or carefully protecting yourself to find him. This happens to me a lot where someone is playing really fast that he has high ground, which causes me to lose his exact location. If you rush a guy without knowing his exact location, only knowing his general location, you can get outplayed and also get shot from the back by surprise, not knowing his exact location. That's 11 forgotten tips in Fortnite. Since you made it to the end, subscribe and I'll see you next time.